Women of Reddit, what is something you think most guys would be ashamed of, but you find to be a turn on or attractive quality? Lack of experience. Guys who didn't have a lot of partners. I don't like guys who brag about how many women they had in their bed. Not making a lot of money, but showing an incredible work ethic. My husband made $9/HR when I met him, but he does everything with such diligence and precision that I knew he and I were a match. I luckily got a degree that earns well, so I'm the primary breadwinner, and he is now a stay-at-home dad. His attention to details keeps the house running, and I'm able to see his strengths outside of his earning potential. That's the great thing about our more progressive society. We can ignore tradition and do what makes us happy. Imperfections can be attractive because they're unique to that person. So if I find someone attractive on an emotional level, I'll find a lot of their imperfections attractive too. Not that my opinion really matters in the first place. I'm just some loser who's browsing Reddit on a Saturday night. Not having huge muscles. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but guys with super muscles intimidate the fuck out of me. Like I keep imagining one hug from said individual will cause my head to be decapitated from body. Nerding out about something. There's nothing more attractive than being passionate about a hobby or ideal. An opportunity to learn something new is hot. Obviously a common thread needs to be shared. I'm with a few other commenters here on crying, although I'd expand that to demonstrating a wide range of emotions. When there are only two settings, stoicism and anger, I get turned off pretty quickly. Bring me a guy that gasps softly at a wonderful view during a hike, grins playfully while pointing out creatures in tide pools, and victoriously during our matches, tears up during the poetry scene in 10 Things I Hate About You, sincerely confesses his deep-seated fears, rages not against me personally, but at our miscommunication and our mistakes, groans during amazing meals and amazing sex. Lovingly nuzzles me and my cats. Just someone as emotive as I am, who freely expresses his and gives me a safe place to express mine. Shyness. Being a bit nervous. When a guy's not ashamed to talk about his feelings and he doesn't play cool so that she doesn't think I'm desperate or something. A genuine personality. To clarify, a guy who will always be themselves, strange quirks and all, overacting or saying what they think, will catch my interest. I'd rather develop a fun dynamic connection before anything more. I don't know if this is something men are actively ashamed of, but I find it really attractive when they have very put together domestic lives. Doing their own laundry and ironing their clothes, planning meals and grocery shopping, and keeping their homes reasonably tidy are all ridiculously sexy. Also, having feminine interests and not feeling like less of a man. I really don't mind awkwardness and prefer it over someone who's brash and loud. I like when a guy is going bald and completely shaves his whole head. Most guys seem touchy about it, but I kinda like it. Also gray hair. Me licky. I find guys with bags under their eyes weirdly super attractive. A low body count. To me, a man who has had less lovers may take sex more seriously, instead of treating it like a competitive hobby. Being close to their mothers. Guys who grew up in less than ideal situations. Poor, alcoholic parents, etc. People in general are sometimes ashamed of their backgrounds, but I admire the ones who get through it. Also, guys that like staying in. I'm fairly social, but over dating guys that need every weekend to be an event. Scars. They've made you the person you are. Being open, communicative, and honest about their feelings. Nothing worse than a guy who doesn't want to acknowledge or talk about their emotions. Especially cause it usually ends up escalating into a huge argument /thing. And along those lines, not being afraid to show those emotions, just because you're around your friends. My ex used to call me, when he was out with his friends, to say goodnight and I love you, before I went to bed. Sometimes he stepped out, if he wanted to hear more about my day. Sometimes he'd just say it, when they were within earshot. Nothing better than someone who's so secure about themselves and their emotions that they don't try and hide it from their friends. I hate when guys act differently to avoid being seen as whipped by their friends. Like, really? Doing anything typically seen as feminine. Wearing pink or purple or all the pastels. Enjoying a shopping trip. cooing at cute animals. It's a lot more attractive than a but-faced he-man complaining about his wife taking too long in the store because she's a typical woman and can't shut up while spending all his money. I always feel bad when I see a couple shopping together and he's being a jerk and won't just let her buy the damn can opener because it's pink. Messy hair like bedhead throughout the day. I like styled hair as long as it's kinda like still a bit messy or is a side part kinda like a grown out undercut or just overgrown haircuts that meet the ears. Hair is so important to me for some reason. I don't like muscles, really, and I prefer really skinny men, usually, or guys that are average weight. But I just don't like muscles. Never understood women who drool over magazine covers of the latest "hot Hollywood actor showing his abs" or whatever. I love crooked teeth. I think they're adorable. I like subtly overbearing men who take charge in most situations, as long as I trust them, which would be the case if I'm with them. I'm shy and have horrible anxiety, so I like for the man I'm with to be straightforward, tell me what he wants, always. My tastes have evolved as I've gotten older. I'm now 41, and I'm eyeing off those silver foxes. I like nerds. I like it when my partner knows a lot about a lot, and I like asking questions and bouncing ideas off them. Be my walking encyclopedia. It's hot. I like it when nerds love loving their shit. Get excited about that D&D game. Let's talk about where the zombies poop. Make me laugh with your bad puns. I love a good pun, but I adore a bad one. When I was younger, late teens/early 20s, I wasn't into body hair on guys. As I've gotten older, I've discovered I do like it. I'm also not into muscly guys. Toned is fine, but so is a dad bod, and so is a fat guy. I do prefer guys taller than me. I'm 5 feet 9 inches and fat, but that's more flexible than I am. Looks will change as you age, so I don't get caught up on appearances. Being openly sentimental or sensitive. It's total crap that guys aren't allowed to get too emotional over memories or meaningful things the way women can. I think vulnerability in a man is incredibly attractive because it means he is secure with who he is. I realize there's a lot of pressure amongst men to be tough, so as a woman, I feel it's kind of my duty to help create an environment where men are okay with showing their soft side. Yeah, hear that, men of Reddit. Emotional expression is healthy and hot. Bring on the tears. Someone who isn't super confident. I want him to be secure in himself and feel good, but something about a guy who is just a little nervous and a little unsure about what moves to make is very endearing. Shows that he's putting a lot of thought into his actions and hoping that he doesn't screw up. It's flattering. Also, interesting kinks or being quick in bed. Nothing makes you feel sexy like a man who can't help but come quickly. Really close, sometimes looks gay friendship. I think it shows how secure and confident you are in your masculinity, that you're not afraid of women thinking you're gay and will just enjoy yourself and have a natural, close, loving friendship instead of trying to seem manly and macho to attract the ladies. Forced, macho behavior never does it for me. Personality? Shy and a little submissive. I'm not domineering, but I have never been shy about asking a guy out or initiating intimacies. I love chasing, not so much being chased. I take a lot after my mom, who was the one who asked my dad out and proposed to him. Drinking fruity drinks. I think it shows confidence and good taste. Makes me want to buy the next one. Vulnerability. Tell me about that time you questioned your sexuality, or that thing about how you were a bully as a kid because your brothers beat you every day. Vulnerability means trust and security, and there's nothing sexier than that. Holy moistness. My loins are ready. Time to read a bunch of comments listing things people find attractive in theory, but hardly ever in practice. I love gingers. I'm talking about those real pale and freckly with bright red /orange hair. I know a lot of them get so badly bullied for it, but honestly I think it is so attractive. Just to be clear, the top posts so far seem way away from the norm. Don't go thinking living your mom with no muscles and being shy is going to get you ladies. Jesus Christ. The women in this thread really know how to play to their audience. Call me crazy, but I like objectively attractive men with stable jobs, average or better penises, and social skills. There's a guy I like, and he looks so damn serious all the time. Got a major case of stress lines. frown lines, and world weariness on his face, but my god, I would do anything to make him smile. When guys look upset, being able to make them laugh or smile is my goddamn jam. I love skinny guys who are also on the shorter side. I have dated guys of all shapes and sizes, but I've always ended up in serious relationships with skinny guys. My current boyfriend weighs less than I do, and I think it's wildly attractive.